I am 48 years old and I am broke. When I say broke, I mean $0 broke, no money. And I am burnt out to the core, and I'm done living like this. I have worked in group homes and nonprofits for over 25 years now. I have poured my heart into my job, gave it everything I got, but I'm burnt out. I don't have any more to give. Between rising costs, bills, broken appliances, I hit my breaking point. I knew I had to try something different. If you're at your breaking point, comment enough.
Somebody's holding out on me. Tell me the secret. I feel like I'm the only one that don't know it. How are you guys working out at the gym throughout the day or walking your dog when it's sunny outside and 75? How are you guys up in the tree stand hunting? What do you guys do for a living? Better yet, how are you surviving? Because when I was growing up, I grew up dirt poor. I thought if I made $100,000, I would never have to stress about money again. Well, guess what? I just now found out 6 figures means you're still broke. I am still broke. I had to buy this for $3.35. You might as well buy a pack of cigarettes. I can't even afford to buy a pack of cigarettes, and I don't smoke. But if I did, I wouldn't be able to buy them. I just paid $35 for a haircut. What? For a haircut? Yeah, for a haircut.
You know what sucks about being an adult in 2025? Many things, but I think the biggest thing is we finally have the income, but yet we're still in poverty. We can't afford anything. We can't afford a house. We can't afford to live. Heck, we can't even afford eggs. Like, we used to throw eggs at houses for Halloween. Now we can't buy a house and eggs.
America's designed to break you. And that's what it's doing. It's functioning the way they designed it. It's breaking all of us. It's not normal for us to be dealing with this much depression, this much worry, this much anxiety, but this is how they designed it. They put us in school when we're 5. And then you get out here and you're supposed to work until you're 70. And then after that, you get to enjoy it.
I honestly don't know how anybody is surviving in the US. It's so depressing. Everything is so expensive and you need a car to get anywhere. The food has so many additives. Healthcare is so unaffordable and so inaccessible.
America is tired. People are tired. You can feel it everywhere. People are exhausted from pretending everything is fine while it's not. The truth is that people are frustrated, exhausted, and fed up with the high cost of living in 2025, which has become unbearable. Prices are skyrocketing. Groceries, rent, gas, health insurance, everything costs more. And people are even skipping meals, choosing between paying rent or even feeding their kids. Families that once lived comfortably are now drowning in debt. So let's get to see the reactions, then we come back with commentary.
I have a question. How are people making it and living it nowadays? I know I'm not the only one in this boat, but I'm scared. I'm really starting to worry. All my credit cards are maxed out. I haven't made a payment on my credit cards in months because I have no money to do it. My savings is exhausted. There's nothing in there. Gas overnight has gone up 16 cents where I live. It is now $4.15 a gallon. I just want to know, what are people doing? Because this is getting really scary. I can't buy groceries. My electric bill is $400 a month. My house payment has gone up $100 or $150 a month. I don't know what they expect people to do. But here we are giving billions of dollars to Ukraine and paying for Hunter Biden's fucking trial and all this bullshit the taxpayers have to pay, but we cannot live. I mean, people are going to lose everything. They really are. I'm scared. I can't sleep at night because I'm worrying about how I'm going to pay something. I can't even feed my kids. I mean, this is getting really, really scary. And I know I'm not the only one in this situation. I know there's millions of other people, but I mean, I'm scared. I've not been this scared in a long time. I feel like I'm going to lose everything. And no matter how much I work, I literally donate plasma to make money, and it's still not enough. I don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. This is getting bad. It's never been this bad in my lifetime as to what this idiot president has done to us. I mean, they are going to lose everything.
What happens when we just can't afford to exist anymore? Everything's high. Rent's high, food's high, utilities high as hell, but your paycheck, that's the one thing that ain't moved since Obama had a fresh lineup. And now folks are just surviving out of habit. Barely. But here's the question that nobody in power really wants to answer. What happens when most people can't afford to make it anymore? Not just a few people, but most people. When survival becomes a luxury, right? Then what? What becomes of this whole society at that point? And I say that because people can only take so much. When you're working 2 jobs and you're still choosing between groceries and gas, something's got to change. Because it changes you. You stop dreaming. You stop living. You literally just exist to pay bills. And eventually people snap. And history has already shown us that. This system only works if enough of us still believe in it. What happens when your belief runs out before the money does? What do we do when we're working harder, but that no longer works? Because if a majority can't afford to live, then this whole thing, it ain't sustainable.
The burnout in America is unreal. Did you see the headline that said 43% of Americans have used vacation time to just spend the day in bed? They're not using PTO to travel, they're using it to sleep. That's how tired we are. And I can already see the comments now. You guys are getting vacation time? I've heard stories of European coworkers not being able to meet their American coworkers in multinational companies because they don't want the American workers finding out how much vacation time the Europeans get. If people from the States found out how much vacation time you get in Europe, I think there'd be some big changes like tomorrow. It is unreal having to live in a place where you have to pick either getting a surgery or putting it off because you don't have the time to take off from work. This can't be healthy. This can't be the right way to live.
Bro, how are people making it? If you making $30 an hour, it's weird to ask that, but how are you making it? After you pay your rent, $1,500 a month, that's on the low side. Car note, $500 a month. Phone bill, $100 a month. Insurance, gas, food, electricity, health insurance, all these day-to-day expenses. How are people making it? You do the math and you come back and tell me what the numbers look like for you. Because a person can make $30 an hour and is going to struggle. I can only imagine making $15 an hour. You cannot live on that. No, you cannot convince me otherwise. You cannot live on 15 or $30 an hour. Or you're going to stay broke. Convince me different.
I just gotta know, like how y'all doing? How are y'all surviving? It's getting rough out here. I'm just looking at my utility bills for the month. $412 electric bill. Almost $250 gas bill. That one was actually cheaper than it had been. My water bill's on the way. It'll at least be $300 to $350. House payment, car insurance, cell phones, Wi-Fi. The price of food. Just went grocery shopping, $550 for hopefully 2 weeks, but it never lasts 2 weeks. I'll be back at the store multiple times for snacks for the kids' lunches, fruit, milk. And then let's not talk about when you need the other stuff like toilet paper, paper towels, body wash, shampoo, $150 by the time you get all that. Cleaning supplies. Girl needs socks. Like, it's like not funny, but like laugh or what else can we do? Like, something has got to change. This is BS, man. I'm scared to death for when my kids are grown-ups. Like, it is struggling out here.
So why are millennials burning out at record pace? Well, it's because y'all told us all we had to do was get the good grades and work really, really hard, and we too could have the American dream. But yet here we are in our mid to late 30s, still trying to pay off that student loan debt for the college degree that we no longer use. We can't afford to buy a house, let alone save for retirement. But the good news is we're not going to be able to retire anyway, so what's the point? And there's also this whole idea too that, like, you know, we were programmed to believe that our worth comes from our level of productivity, and so we've kind of created this subconscious addiction to stress. We wear stress as an honor badge to show off our enoughness and get the validation and approval from our parents and our coworkers in society. And even though we're making far more than our parents ever did at our age, somehow the cost of living still far exceeds the increase in wages. But between like late stage capitalism, alien invasions, and World War III, something's got to change pretty soon, right? So yeah, you know, we're a little bit tired, but luckily we've got our favorite vacation place that we go to. It's called Dissociation Nation, where we all come together and share our dark humor and sarcasm and 90s nostalgia as a way to, you know, get by.
Why is no one talking about how serious the cost of living actually is? So we pay like a really cheap amount of rent compared to like all the other rent I see, and we're a family of 6. We pay $9.50 rent. That's cheap. We're in Missouri. It's like not some nice new place or anything. It was actually built in 1890. My husband is working 3 jobs right now. We buy absolutely nothing that we don't need. And we actually go without a lot of things that we actually do need. I feel like if you're able to do anything that's not just surviving, then you got it good. I feel so sad that I didn't appreciate the times where we were able to actually have fun at this point. So much has changed in the past few years. Like, what? I just really, really want to know. How is everyone surviving? Is everyone working like 24/7? Because that's what my husband does, and I'm just home with my little kids all the time. It's kind of like depressing that we're never together as a family, so I don't know. I hope one day we can be, but it sucks.
Do y'all know that the average American doesn't have any money left over, if but maybe $200 or $300 left after they get paid every 2 weeks or every month? Did y'all know that? I'm sorry, but that I literally feel like drive me to voluntary homelessness. I would volunteer to be homeless. There's no way they'd have me out here working for anybody and I can't live life after I pay bills. Y'all can have these bills back. Take the car, take the crib. You can have it. Listen, I'm going to be homeless on the streets before I dare. Because, see, the way I'm set up, my Father which art in heaven would never have that be my portion. That's not my portion. There's no way that paying bills and not having any money left over to really exist, that's not my portion. That's not my portion. And I feel like if that doesn't motivate you and inspire you to get out here and go make some money, make more money. See, the problem with us nowadays is not that we don't know how to make money. It's just that we need to make more money. Find ways to make more money. Stop making excuses. You need to be trying to be the president of the United States before you stop trying to find a new job. Listen, if you got to switch jobs every single 2 weeks, then that's what you got to do. May the best salary win. Thank you.
It's insane that people are working 2 or even 3 jobs, earning more on paper, but still can't afford to live, you know? A bag of groceries or a trip to the store now feels like a luxury. Meanwhile, billionaires keep getting richer, you know? And the government keeps saying that the economy is strong. But strong for who? You can't call an economy strong when the people holding it up are breaking, when full-time workers still need food stamps. I was reading an article and I found out that 200 million Americans are on government welfare. That's even more than half of the entire population. That's how bad things are. So at the moment, saving money feels impossible. The so-called American dream has turned into a nightmare of debt, rent, and endless work. The truth is that Americans are not lazy. They are overworked, underpaid, and emotionally drained, you know? And they are realizing something powerful, that the system was never meant to make them free. It was built to keep them busy, broke, and dependent. Everywhere you look, people are breaking down quietly. Parents are crying in their cars before going to work, Adults are even living with their roommates just to survive. Seniors are choosing between medicine and groceries. This is what the richest country in the world has become. A place where survival is an achievement, not a guarantee. The cost of living isn't just about money. It's about dignity. It's about whether people can live without constant fear of eviction, hunger, or medical debt, It's about whether hard work actually means something anymore. But right now, it feels that no matter how much hard you work, you can't just catch up. People are earning even $100,000, but still, that's not enough to cover their bills and to keep them comfortable. And people are realizing that this isn't an individual problem, It is a system failure. People are tired of fake smiles, tired of being shamed for struggling in a system that was never designed to let them win. So if you're watching this and you feel the same, just know that you're not alone. Millions feel exactly like you, frustrated, drained, and fed up. Anyway, let us hope that the government can be able to ease the cost of living because it is too much for people. It's not funny watching people suffering, parents crying because they can't afford life, That's too much. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.